Now you've gone through it. Could you just contrast kind of what it was like going through this year as opposed to last year? Obviously, kind of different circumstances, but how do you feel, comfort level, all that? What was today like as opposed to a year ago?
Today was a lot. I think it was a lot of more fun for me. I was a lot more relaxed. Last year going into last year's spring game, the nerves were getting to me, and I just wanted to go out there and do well. But today we were just able to go out there as an offense, and we've been with each other now for a year, and let's kind of go out there and show what we've been doing, show how we've progressed. So it was a lot of fun today.
Over here, Marcus, it looks at least like the offense hasn't missed a beat. I mean, did you feel that was the case? And maybe explain to us or tell us about some of the differences with now that Mark is the coach and different staff.
I felt as an offense today, we've done really well. To put up, I don't even remember the score, but that was good. We went down. We scored on a lot of our drives. We had a good rhythm going, and that's always very key in this offense. What you're saying with Coach Helfrich, not much has been really any different for us. It's been really just kind of continuing our culture here and continuing how we've built ourselves. So really, we're just building off what we've done in the spring now, and we're really looking forward to fall and just kind of going out there and getting better each day.
Helfrich said that the defense had gotten the better of the offense in several spring sessions. Was today just one of those days where you guys were just clicking and they were off a little bit, or how do you explain the lopsided? Because they know what you guys do. It's not like it's a mystery.
Right.
You guys sliced right through them.
Did Coach Helfrich tell you that the scoring was a little lopsided?
Yeah, we know that. Regardless of the score, you guys scored.
Yeah, honestly, though. Yeah, and it was actually, as an offense, I felt that once we kind of got out there, got the jitters out, especially the two younger guys, Jeff and Jake, once they kind of got in the feel of the game, everything was rolling. And once you get in a rhythm, especially in this offense, it's kind of hard to stop it. And, we did a good job of just continuing to push the tempo. We did a lot of good things, and, but there's still some things that we can learn from. And, we're going to go back, look at the tape, and go from there.
You said you felt pretty comfortable out there. Could you talk about just the chemistry between your wide receivers and yourself?
Yeah, it was when we started spring, we really just kind of wanted to focus on, our timing and making sure that everything has, a rhythm to it. And, being able to go through spring and being able to, kind of just build that chemistry with those guys, it was one of those things that it kind of showed today where we are and where we can be. And there's still some things that we can really work on, like I've been saying, and I got to get on page a little bit with BJ. But other than that, I felt that as an offense we did a really good job today, and I'm really looking forward to building off of it.
Coach Helfrich mentioned something about you talking to the team when things were sort of lagging down. Said you had something in the huddle. What happened then?
It was just trying to get those guys to go out there and play. Some of those guys, they're thinking they didn't want to make a mistake. For a lot of those guys, it's the first time they're playing, in front of 30, 40,000 people, and just to kind of go out there and have fun. If you're out there and you're relaxed and you go out there and you don't have a worry and you just play football, you go out there and you play a lot better. So that's kind of one of my things, especially to Jeff and Jake. I just told them go out there, have fun, and just let it all go.
You guys talked a lot this spring about trying to go faster even than you guys have gone before. Do you guys feel like you were faster today when you were out there?
Yes, I honestly believe so. There was a couple times where I felt I was out of shape. I don't know. My breath was kind of out, but I can imagine what those the offensive line guys were going through. But I think we can continue to push the pace. Tempo is always one of those things that it's been an asset to us. So. We'll see where we can go with it, but as long as we can continue to keep getting plays off, we'll be doing all right.
Marcus, in a receiving group that figures to be incredibly deep, Braylon Addison today showed that he's maybe primed for a big season. Can you just talk about what you saw out of him today? And Mark said that it was pretty typical of his spring, and this is his new standard.
Yes, definitely. For him, he came into spring. The first practice, he set a bar high for himself, and he seems to just keep building it and building it and building it. And this spring game for him was kind of just the telltale of what he's been doing, like Coach Huff said. And we're really looking forward to seeing his growth even more during the summer months as well as heading into fall camp. So he can be a huge player for us, and I'm really looking forward to seeing his growth.
Jake. Marcus, Mark said after you came out of the game that you were doing some coaching basically with him. What were you doing? What were your your tasks after you came out of the game, and what was that experience like being off the field but still being involved?
It was a little different, to go out there and try to help Jeff and Jake from a coaching standpoint. Coach Huff was trying to get me to go out there and try to coach him up like how he does, and that's different for me. But I felt that I did all right at that. I was just trying to tell those guys just to go out there and have fun, make sure you leave it all out there, and they did. I thought they did an awesome job today. But as far as coaching, I just said a few things here and there and just watched them play.
Marcus, a game without DeAnthony, a game without Kenyon. Of course, Kenyon's moved on. Talk about Byron and how you communicated with him today and how he did and maybe his skills moving forward.
He did an awesome job of just hitting the hole. He does a good job of just once he sees it, he hits it. And, he takes 4 or 5 yard chunks, and that's, pivotal in this offense. If we can win first down, especially with his ability to just kind of be a power back and just kind of get in there and get the tough yards, really puts our offense in good situations.
Is that how you see him as a power back?
It's hard to say because he's also pretty quick as well, and he can cut on a dime just, with the best of them. So it's hard to say. It's hard to label somebody a power back, especially someone of his stature. He's able to just kind of move. He's quick. So, I don't know. He's an all-around back, and but he's a little bigger than some of those guys. So maybe that's why, I said he's a power back.
Hi, Marcus. Obviously, you've been working with these guys and know what they're capable of. But in terms of today, is there anyone that you were particularly impressed with or proud of?
My hat's off to Braylon again. He made a couple unbelievable catches. He made a lot of guys miss. What's funny is he continues to do this. He's been doing this since the start of spring. And if he's able to continue to just push his level even further, the sky's the limit for that kid. So, I'm really looking forward to seeing his growth.
Any more questions for Marcus?